Good evening and welcome to our show titled Show Me the Money. These third graders on stage have been pretty amazing at learning this show. They've impressed me every day. Today we performed it for the school. They were really good. So I know the night of the show they're always better, so I cannot wait to see them tonight. I think you guys will be pretty impressed at their talents. If you don't know who I am, I'm Mrs. Megley. I'm the music teacher. And real quick before we get started, I want to say some thank yous. I have them down at the bottom of the program, but the custodial staff here takes really good care of us. And they had all these chairs set up for me by 4 o'clock today. They are awesome. And of course, all the parents that came in and did all these work on these boards to make them look exactly how I wanted them, thank you for that. That was an awesome, awesome job. And of course, I couldn't do this without these lovely ladies right here, the third grade teachers. You guys put up with so much for me, and I appreciate it. All right, we're going to get started, and we hope you enjoy Show Me the Money.
Our musical salute to 6 American heroes who changed the course of our nation's history and are now proudly featured on our American currency.
Excuse me.
As I was saying.
Hi, how's it going?
Pardon me, what are you doing? Can't you see I'm introducing a show? As I was saying, the 6th grade men we are saluting tonight.
6? Did you say 6?
6 what?
You said the 6th grade men we are saluting tonight.
That's right.
Haven't you forgotten somebody?
I don't think so. Let's see. I've got George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Alexander Hamilton, Ulysses S. Grant, Andrew Jackson, and Benjamin Franklin.
And me, Thomas Jefferson, the man in the $2 bill. Nice picture, don't you think?
This show is about the money people use every day. Nobody uses a $2 bill anymore.
Precisely, and that's why I have a whole bag of them to give out tonight. Who out there with a free $2 bill?
Hold it! Tom, don't try to bribe your way into the show.
Who said anything about a bribe? Get your free $2 bills.
Tom, why don't you go back into your bill and we'll get to you a little later.
Is that a promise?
Cross my heart.
All right, but don't forget about me.
Okay, folks, hold on to your purses and wallets and join the fun as we proudly present Show Me the Money!
Show me the money. Show me the money. Come and give the men Ulysses, George, and Ben, and hear just what they have to say. Show me the money.
Well, like all good stories, this one begins at the beginning with a man on the $1 bill who started it all.
Hello, everyone.
Good day, General Washington. Thank you for popping out of your dollar bill. It must feel good to be three-dimensional again.
It certainly does. Forgive me, I'm not very good with names. You are?
I'm narrator number 2.
Of course. Well, Miss Narrator number 2, how can I be of service?
You see, General Washington, we'd really like to learn more about the men and our money, to separate some of the facts from the fiction.
An excellent goal. I assume you have some questions for me then?
We do.
Fire away.
All right. Did you really encourage Betsy Ross to make the first American flag?
An excellent question. Why don't you ask her yourself? Betsy, hey Betsy, are you in there? Hello, George. Hello, Betsy. Fire away.
Is it true that General Washington asked you to sew the first American flag?
You know, I can't remember that far back, theory. It's been well over 200 years, you know.
Oh, right. We'll make that a maybe. And now, who selected the colors?
Well, let's just say it was a team effort.
It should be pink.
Ladies, you can see that these decisions are not easy. I actually think George chose the red and white for the stripes. He wanted 13 stripes to represent the original 13 colonies.
Ah, bright red, eh? The color of blood on the field of battle.
Actually, I think he just liked red. It's my favorite color.
Oh, right. I have another question, sir.
Fire away.
After you defeated the British, it was rumored that the American Congress wanted to make you king. How did you respond?
Oh, let me tell that story. George came to me right after the meeting. He was very worried. Now relax, George. What's the matter with being king? Personally, I think he has a nice ring to it. King George? Are you kidding? We just got rid of a King George. Well then, what will we call you?
How about Emperor?
How about Duke? How about Lord? Lord Washington?
We love it.
It's awful. How about President? Oh yes, President George Washington. The first president of a new nation.
Well, since Mr. Washington would be the first president, don't you think we should add on a little special something?
She's right. We need a tagline. Something people will remember. How about Father? Father of the Army. Father of Congress. I've got it. How about Father of our country? President George Washington, Father of our country. It's perfect. Here's to the Father of our country, the man who would not be king.
Washington, I have a few more questions. Fire away. All right, this is a true-false game, and you are all invited to play. Don't be shy now, shout out the answers. First question, George Washington crossed the Delaware standing up. True or false?
It's false!
most people think this answer is true.
I most certainly did not stand up. I could have fallen out of the boat, and besides, it was windy, and I was afraid I might lose my way.
Second question. George Washington has wooden teeth. True or false? It appears that most people think this answer is also true.
False. Why, these dentures are made out of the finest hippopotamus ivory and gold money can buy. Not a speck of wood in any of them. But you know, they never fit right ever. Didn't you ever wonder why I never smiled in any of my pictures?
Third question. George Washington was 57 years old when he became president. True or...
That's a ridiculous question. I'm president now and I'm 9 years old. Pay attention, people.
Okay, friends, this is our last question. As a boy, George Washington chopped down a cherry tree. When his father asked him who did it, he responded, "It was me, father. I cannot tell a lie." Is this true or false? I think we have a tie. President Washington?
Well, hate to tell you this, we didn't even have a cherry tree. But hey, it makes me look pretty good, doesn't it? So let's all just keep spreading the rumor that is true.
That's enough for now. Thank you for helping us separate facts from the fiction. 3 cheers for the father of our country. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray!
He crossed the Delaware on Christmas night, that much is true. The bears and hollow leaders fighting for red, white, and blue. He gave them home and valley forts when snow was on the ground. That victory at Yorktown and the freedom did abound. He's Washington, George Washington. He led his men until the job was done, and it's his picture that will always represent the father of our country and our first president. The father of our country and our first
Yes, indeed. Under Washington's command, America won its independence. You know, the American people must have really been proud of President Washington. His face not only appears on the $1 bill, but on the quarter as well. It's interesting that President Lincoln also appears twice. Once on the $5 bill and once on the penny.
Yes, sirree, that sure is interesting, all right. But you know what's even more interesting? I, Thomas Jefferson, am also on the bill and the nickel, the $2 bill and the nickel to be exact. But can you blame those adoring Americans? After all, I did compose some of the most famous words in American history. Waha! What do we have here? Seems I have the words right here in my pocket. Would anyone like me to read them? Yeah! All right. Are you sure you want me to read them? Yeah! All right, if you insist. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the...
That's enough. We get the idea.
But I'm just getting to the good part.
Sorry, Tom. The dollar bill has been changed. An important couple's about to arrive. Better scram.
Well, at least let me hand out my $2 bills. I'll be really quick.
Later, Tom. I promise.
That's what they all say. Later, Tom. It's always later, Tom. Get your free $2 bills.
Little did the Americans know that less than 100 years after achieving independence, they would become a great threat to the nation. 1864, a civil war is raging, and Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, is waiting in the White House with Mary Todd Lincoln for a very special guest.
Bill changers.
Well, Mary, where do you suppose he is? It's getting late.
He'll be here, Abraham.
keeping him. I can't have a general who's late for his appointments.
They're changing the 5 to the 50 right now here. Try to be patient. A man like Ulysses S. Grant doesn't want to be popping out of the wrong bill.
How can I be patient if I have a country that is falling apart at the seams? Aha, there he is now.
Evening, Mr. President, and a very lovely evening to you, Mrs. Lincoln. This is quite an honor.
The honor is mine, sir. I was afraid you might have changed your mind.
Absolutely not, sir. If you thought I might have changed my mind, you must not know me very well.
I must admit, I don't know much about you, Mr. Grant. Enlighten me with a few interesting facts, won't you?
Interesting facts. Well, let's see. I don't eat red meat. I faint at the sight of blood. I'm completely tone deaf. I'm a terrific swimmer and a championship horse jumper. And my first name is not Ulysses.
What is it? Hiram?
Shh, keep it under your stovepipe hat, will ya? And that S, it doesn't stand for anything. I just wanted something to go in the middle.
Wow. Mr. Lincoln has quite a few quirky traits himself, Mr. Grant. Don't you?
I suppose you could say that. I learned to wrestle as a kid, and I borrowed my neighbor's book so I could learn to read. Nowadays, my favorite author is Edgar Allan Poe. I have a cat named Bob, and I am the tallest president of all time, 6 feet 4 inches, the last time I checked.
And get this, I'm the shortest gentleman around me, 5 feet 8 inches on my tiptoes. I guess that makes us both pretty unique.
Then perhaps you two unique men should join forces.
Exactly my plan, Mary. Well, Mr. Grant, should we confirm our agreement? I need a man who is strong in battle and merciful in victory, who will help me win the Civil War. Will you accept the position of the General of the Northern Army?
I will, sir.
Well then, General, we are in this together. United we stand and divided we fall.
All for one.
And one for all.
United we fall, united we stand, side by side and hand in hand. We'll carry
That's not right. Hey, can I get some help out here? Excuse me, miss. I'm looking for narrow number 4.
That would be me.
Great. Hey, I hate to interrupt the show, but I suppose you have change for 10.
Sorry, we narrators don't carry anything larger than a nickel.
That's too bad. Well, does anyone out there have change for 10?
I do. Wait a minute. This is no time to get your money changed. There's someone very important who is going to arrive here any minute.
Thank you, madam. Now, if you don't mind, could you please shout the name of the handsome gentleman who's pictured on your $10 bill?
It's Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton. Right you are. I told them to pay like this, but of course they didn't listen.
Wait a minute. You're Alexander Hamilton?
Well, the same, but you can call me Alex. Now, I suppose you're wondering what I ever did to deserve to get my picture on the money.
Well, it had crossed my mind.
Go ahead and guess.
Well, I know it's not because of your good manners.
You're right. Even my bank manager doesn't like me. Go ahead, ask her.
It's true, he's pompous, arrogant, outspoken windbag with hardly any redeeming qualities.
See what I mean?
Well, you must have done something worthwhile to get your face on every $10 bill in America. Give me a hint.
All right. Where do you think most people kept their money back in 1791?
Under a mattress, in a cookie jar, and a sock drawer?
All of the above. But thanks to yours truly, before the end of the century, people had a much safer place to put their money.
You don't mean...
He does. You're looking at the manager of the first bank in the United States.
Excuse me, I think it's time to make a few deposits.
Well, what are people waiting around for? Let's get this money into the bank.
It's a brand new institution, and it is
It's hard to find ways to describe the man on the $20 bill. Andrew Jackson, or Old Hickory as his soldiers like to call him, made a name for himself in a spectacular victory in the Battle of New Orleans in the War of 1812. He was one of the most successful commanders in American military history. Personally, I hope he popped through that dollar bill behind me so I can pay my respects.
Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. Chin up, chest out, shoulders down, stomach in, back straight, stand proud, soldiers.
Yes, sir, Old Hickory, sir.
Now, Miss,
Narrator number 5.
yes, you were saying.
I was just explaining, Colonel, that you were one of the most brilliant commanders in American history. But there is one thing I've always wondered.
What is it?
Why did your soldiers call you Old Hickory?
Did you ever try to chop hickory wood? It's the toughest wood there is. Won't be scratched, won't bend in the wind, practically impossible to cut down.
Then I guess that's a mighty fine nickname for a tough old Army general.
And a Tennessee senator.
And a Tennessee senator.
And the 7th president of the United States.
And the 7th President of the United States.
Not to mention the first president to ever ride a train.
Really?
And the last president to ever believe the world was flat.
You've got to be kidding.
Old Hickory never kids. Now, narrator number 5, you said you wanted to pay me some respect?
Yes, sir.
Then soldier, fall in.
Yes, sir. Excuse me.
Whoa!
You surprised me. I bet. What do you think you're doing? I think it's time for everyone to sing a song about me and my $2 bill. Come on, Tom. You don't need a song. You're an American superhero. Just think of your future. Why, this Declaration of Independence of yours will change the world. And you know, the 6,000 books in your home library that form the basis of a world-renowned Library of Congress. You'll be the founder of America's first public university. You'll create the decimal system that would change the face of mathematics around the world. You'll even prove to America that tomatoes are not poisonous. How will I do that? By taking a bite out of one in public. Ew! And get this, Tom, you even learn how to play the violin. Will I be any good? No, I know. But here's the truth, my friend. Even though you'll be one of the most famous Americans who ever lived, these photos are just never going to catch on. The truth is, they're already obsolete. I'm obsolete? They're old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned? Actually, they're pretty useless. I'm useless? Okay. Come on, Tom. Let's go get people excited about this $2 bills of yours. You mean it? You bet. You know what they say. If you can't beat them, join them. Get your free $2 bills. Get your $2 bills. All the men on the money whom you've met so far, except for Mr. Hamilton, of course, have one thing in common. They all became presidents of the United States. Now let's meet another man on our money who never became president. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Benjamin Franklin. Ben, I've been dangling this key on this kite string for a week. And we still haven't discovered... What's that thing you wanted to discover?
Electricity.
Right, electricity.
We'll keep trying. It's out there somewhere.
But Ben, there's a big storm coming.
All the better. Now get back out there and try to get struck by that lightning.
What?
Ben, these spectacles are terrific. When I looked at the top of them, I didn't read my book. Well, when I looked at the top of them, I didn't see across the street. When I looked at the bottom, I didn't read my book. What do you call these again? Bifocals. Where can I get some more? Check my website, franklinspecs.com. Gee, thanks, Mr. Franklin.
Hey Ben, check out a ledger. I sold 14 more Franklin stoves today. People say it heats up their whole house. It's a miracle.
No, it's a stove.
Colin Ben Franklin, is there Mr. Ben Franklin here?
I'm Ben Franklin.
You'll be pleased to know we're printing thousands of copies of Poor Richard's Almanac to be sent to our subscribers.
Now your thoughts on life in the United States can be shared with everyone.
We'll mail you the first published copy later this week.
You'll mail it?
Yes, sir, since you created the office of Postmaster General. We've organized hundreds of new mail routes. The mail is traveling faster than ever. You've changed everything.
You're a genius, Mr. Franklin, a real genius.
Actually, I'm not a genius at all. I'm just a fellow who likes making the impossible possible.
A treaty of peace with the King of France? Impossible.
It's possible.
A musical instrument made of glass? Impossible.
It's possible.
Flying a kite when lightning can strike?
Mr. Franklin, I think you've just discovered electricity.
It's possible.
They said it wasn't possible, they warned him not to try. They said he'd be a fool to put some glasses on the eye. But he never paid attention to the things they had to say. But the things that are impossible are happening every day. They said it was a joke to string a key upon a kite. Whatever will you learn on such a dark and stormy night? And so he did explain it with great simplicity.
Tonight I will discover electricity.